you can count on.
For more than 25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech Community College, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
Welcome everyone to the Brain Game Playoffs. 16 teams vying for the title of Brain Game Champion. Competing today, Broughton High School and Raleigh Charter High School. All right. High fives around to everybody there. Very good. High fives there as well. Good. All right. Well, hello and welcome to Brain Game, everyone. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Thank you so much for joining us here at Wake Tech Scott Northern Wake Campus. Let's get this game started by meeting the players, shall we? First of all, here from Raleigh Charter, we have Brian, Wisdom, and Avni. That is Raleigh Charter, everybody. And from Broughton High School in Raleigh, we have Owen, Bella, and Michael. That is Broughton High School. Man. Very exuberant audience. Remember, in Brain Game, each team will have first crack at 3 questions in each category. Correct answers in Brain Game get you 20 points. You get it wrong, we take 20 away. If a team can't answer, they can pass. So the other team should always be ready with a response. Okay, our teams are looking comfortable over there, like they've been there 3 times before this season. Let's get this Brain Game playoff matchup underway. We'll start with our first category, which is pop-up culture, where players can earn points today by correctly identifying the popular car model that got its name from the animal kingdom. And you don't have to be a gearhead to score points here. Listen closely, the questions are filled to the brim with clues, with each correct answer being the name of a car model. All right, so let's begin animal named car models with Raleigh Charter. Quad City DJs wanted you to walla in the back of what Chevy model named for an African antelope?
Our team's answer is Impala.
That is right. Question 2 in pop-up culture for Raleigh Charter. The Volkswagen Golf multiplied in the U.S. when it was sold under this small, quick animal name.
Our team's answer is Beetle.
That's incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rabbit, the answer we're looking for there. And last pop-up culture for Raleigh Charter. The Chevrolet Corvette C3 was known by this nickname shared with a flat fish with a tail loaded with venomous blades.
Our team's answer is Stingray.
Stingray is right. Nothing like some venomous blades in your life. All right. Now, we're doing pop-up culture animal named car models with Broughton. First offered in 1964. What Ford model that Sally wanted to ride in appeared in electric form as the Mach-E in 2019?
Our team's answer is Mustang.
That is correct. Question 2 in pop-up culture for Broughton. Once a Dodge badge, what pickup truck line is now named only for the male sheep that inspired its toughness? It only has 1 horn, though.
Our team's answer is Ram.
Dodge Ram, you are correct. And last pop-up culture for Broughton. To compete with the Mustang, Plymouth released this pony car with the name of a ferocious fish. Surely it's a car with heart.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Barracuda is the answer we're looking for. The band Heart, by the way, released their hit single Barracuda back in 1977, written by sisters Ann and Nancy Wilson as a diss track to a record company. Now let's change the channel from VH1 Classic to the news. How about? For today's edition of Headliners, we'll need our players to be on top of current events here at home, around the world, and a little out of this world. Each team begins with a visual clue. We're kicking off Headliners with Raleigh Charter. He was appointed special counsel to investigate President Biden's classified documents. Who is this former U.S. attorney?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton, if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
That's Robert Herr. Question 2 in Headliners for Raleigh Charter. Israeli forces repelled a drone and missile attack launched by what Middle Eastern nation?
Our team's answer is Iran.
That is correct. And last Headliners for Raleigh Charter. Odysseus is the first private spacecraft to land on what body, even though it landed sideways?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is the moon. Moon. All right. Let us now do Headliners with Broughton. This late U.S. Senator from Connecticut was Al Gore's running mate in the controversial 2000 election. Who is he?
Our team's answer is Joe Lieberman.
That is right. Question 2 in headliners for Broughton. The Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Application Act was passed in the House of Representatives to specifically address what social media platform?
Our team's answer is TikTok.
TikTok is right. And last headliners for Broughton. 102-year-old Lou Conter was the last surviving crew member of what battleship that was sunk in the attack on Pearl Harbor?
Our team's answer is the Arizona.
Remember the Arizona? That is correct. The USS Arizona was commissioned in 1916 at the New York Navy Yard in Brooklyn, serving the Atlantic during World War I, and moved to the Pacific in 1931. Well, that journey took that ship across America, which is our next category in Brain Game. Players today were looking for the names of universities in the Big Ten Conference by the way of the city they are located. Here's an example. If I say Iowa City, you'd score points if you answered Iowa or the University of Iowa. All right, so let's begin across America, Big Ten schools by cities with Raleigh Charter. Ann Arbor.
Our team's answer is Michigan.
That's correct. Question 2 in across America for Raleigh Charter. College Park.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer there is Maryland, the Terps there. And last across America for Raleigh Charter. West Lafayette.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton if you want to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Purdue, the answer we're looking for. All right, now we're Big Ten schools by cities across America with Broughton. First question, Columbus.
Our team's answer is Ohio.
That is incorrect, Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is Ohio State.
Ohio State is correct. Question 2 in across America for Broughton. Bloomington.
Our team's answer is the University of Bloomington.
That is incorrect, Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is Illinois.
That is incorrect, Indiana. Bloomington, Indiana. And last across America for Broughton. Evanston.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer there is Northwestern. Well, all my years watching the Big Ten ACC Challenge, help me out on this one. Players, take a breather. We've hit our first break here, but keep your thinking caps on. We're playing Word Powerology with a twist, plus arts and literature. Brain Game will be right back, everyone. Welcome back to the Brain Game Playoffs, everyone. After that first round of play, we have Raleigh Charter on the board with 60 points and Broughton with 60 points. That's pretty close. One of these two teams will take on Apex Friendship next week in the championship. So let's get back into our action today with our next category, Word Power. Players, today we're looking for words that end in ology, O-L-O-G-Y, but there's a catch. Each correct answer will not be a subject of study. So pay close attention as you are filling in the blanks. And let's begin Word Power, words that end in ology with Raleigh Charter. This 7-letter word is an expression of remorse or regret.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is apology.
Apology is right. Question 2 in Word Power for Raleigh Charter. This 9-letter word has nothing to do with insects, but is a collection of literary works or films.
Our team's answer is anthology.
Anthology is right. And last Word Power for Raleigh Charter. This 9-letter word can be a word that says the same thing twice or a logical statement that is always true.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Tautology, the answer we're looking for. All right, now Word Power, words that end in ology with Broughton. This 10-letter word is from the Greek for the study of crafts. Today it means the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Raleigh Charter if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Technology, the answer we're looking for. Question 2 in Word Power for Broughton. This 11-letter word is the set of technical words and phrases associated with a particular profession or subject.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Terminology. And last word, there's a collective word power, words that end in ology. Last one for Broughton here. This 8-letter word is not the study of places where boats connect to land, but a short hymn of praise to God, often added to the end of other prayers. Need something over there, Broughton. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Doxology, the answer we're looking for. Players, you're now just 25 questions away from the Brain Game Championship. So let's get on to our next category, arts and literature. Today, our topics include the theater, the outback, and some mythology. Each team will start with a visual clue. We're kicking off arts and lit with Raleigh Charter. Zeus forced this goddess to fall in love with Anchises, a shepherd. Their son, Aeneas, flees Troy and becomes the first hero of Rome.
Our team's answer is Aphrodite.
That is correct. Question 2 in Arts and Lit for Raleigh Charter. These awards are named for Antoinette Perry, an actor and director. They are given annually for excellence in live theater. What are they?
Our team's answer is Tony's.
That is correct. And last Arts and Lit for Raleigh Charter. The character Tea Cake was inspired by a graduate student she knew at Columbia. Who is this author of Their Eyes Were Watching God?
Defer Avni.
Toni Morrison.
That is incorrect. Broughton?
Our team's answer is pass.
Zora Neale Hurston, the answer we're looking for there. All right, now we're doing Arts and Lit with Broughton. Venus also was wife to what Smith, whose forge was under Mount Etna?
Our team's answer is Hephaestus.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
Vulcan, the answer we're looking for. Question 2 in Arts and Lit for Broughton. If you're an off-Broadway production, you can't win a Tony, but you can win one of these awards based on the abbreviation for off-Broadway.
Our team's answer is Obie.
That is correct. And last Arts and Lit for Broughton. Traditionally made from a hollow tree, these instruments produce their droning sound by the player blowing continuously through it. What is this aboriginal instrument?
Our team's answer is didgeridoo.
Oh, well said, too. Didgeridoo. Very good. That is correct. All right. Players, good job. We've made it to our next break, but you don't have to didgeridoo anywhere. We're playing a transcending edition of Name Game coming up before doing the math. And heading to science class, Brain Game will be right back, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
It does. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Welcome back to the very close Brain Game playoffs, everyone. How close? After that second round of play, we have Raleigh Charter on the board at 100, Broughton also on the board at 100. Just 18 questions to go until the finals. We have some substitutes that are now in the game. First of all, for Raleigh Charter, please welcome Eric to the game, everyone. There's Eric. And Broughton now has Nate in the game. Please welcome Nate to the game. All right. Man, Nate gets some reacts, man. All right. Well, today in Name Game, we're looking for people who were so notable, groundbreaking, or influential, kind of like Nate over there in their field, their names became technical terms or moves. All right, so again, this is Name Game, names that became moves. Let's begin this segment with Raleigh Charter. Reach around a person and jam your fists into their abdomen to prevent them from choking using this method invented by an American doctor.
Our team's answer is Heimlich.
That is correct. Question 2 in Name Game for Raleigh Charter. Taking its name from another rapper, this dance was popularized by the Cali Swag District, who wanted to teach you how to do it. Reading that like I
Our
know
team's
it's
answer is pass.
that goes over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Dougie, the answer we're looking for there. And last Name Game for Raleigh Charter, do a double layout with a half turn. And you're doing this gymnastics combo named for what most decorated American gymnast?
Our team's answer is, defer Avni.
Our team's answer is the Biles.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Simone Miles, you got it there. And that was a good deferral. All right. Now, let's go over to Broughton and do Name Game, names that became moves. No one put English on a ball the way this Englishman did, resulting in a movie title that described how he curved his kicks.
Our team's answer is Beckham.
That is correct. Question 2 in Name Game for Broughton. The twist was the twist, turning over the pole during a high jump to get you more height. What is this move? Need something over there, Broughton. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Team's answer is Fosbury Flop.
That is correct. And last Name Game for Broughton, drop to a knee in the end zone and bow your head, and you're doing this. Name for the very religious Florida quarterback who started the move.
Our team's answer is pass.
Okay, that goes over to Raleigh Charter if you want to try. Need something you
Our
got.
team's answer is pass.
Tebowing, Tim Tebow. All right, that's enough of that. Players, pencils and scratch paper at the ready. It's time now to play Crunching Numbers. You now have twice as much time to answer your questions. If you're still stumped, you can always pass to the other team, so everyone should be working toward an answer. Let's kick off Crunching Numbers with Raleigh Charter. In the given diagram, MB equals 8, MN equals 6, and BC equals 18. What is the value of AM? Need something, Raleigh Charter. Anything?
Our team's answer is 2.
That is incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try? Anything, Broughton?
Our team's answer is 4.
4 is right. All right, back to Raleigh Charter for question 2 in Crunching Numbers. Evaluate the expression 24 factorial divided by the product of 4 factorial times 22 factorial.
Defer Eric.
23.
23 is correct. And last Crunching Numbers for Raleigh Charter. What is the sum of the integers that fall strictly between the integers that are the cosine of 2 pi over 3 and the quantity of 2i squared? Need something over there, Raleigh Charter? Anything?
Defer Avni.
1, 2, and 3.
That is incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is negative 18. All right, now we're crunching numbers with Broughton. Finish the equation that begins y equals. If the equation represents the line that passes through the points 3, 1 and 6, 13. Need something over there, Broughton. Anything? Need an answer,
Our
you
team's
guys.
answer is y equals 4x minus 12.
That is
11.
incorrect.
11.
Raleigh Charter, would you like to try?
Defer Eric.
Y equals 4x minus 11.
That is correct. All right, back over to Broughton for question 2 in crunching numbers. Given the equation square root x plus x equals 20, solve for x.
team's answer is 16.
16 is right. And last crunching numbers for Broughton. What are the endpoints of the domain of the function f of x equals the natural log of 28 minus 11x plus x squared? We need an answer over there, Broughton. Anything? Need an answer, you guys.
Our team's answer is 7 and 4.
That is correct. All right, way to pull it out. Players, good and bad news. You've made it through the difficult math portion of Brain Game, but our next category, rocket science, is covering a lot of different topics today. We've got applied physics, biology, astronautics, and even some whaleology. Remember, 3 heads are better than 1, so you want to work with your teammates here. Each team starts with a visual clue, and we're starting rocket science with Raleigh Charter. This humpback whale is showing off the bristly material that allows it to feed by sucking in water and capturing food. What is this substance called?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is baleen.
That is right. Question 2 in rocket science for Raleigh Charter. The first element to be named for a person, specifically a Russian mining engineer, is this metal with symbol SM. What is this element?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Broughton if you would like to try.
Defer to Owen.
Our team's answer is samarium.
Oh, well said by Owen. That is correct. All right, and back to Raleigh Charter for one more rocket science. What process of the nitrogen cycle turns atmospheric dinitrogen into usable nitrogen containing compounds?
Defer Avni.
Our team's answer is nitrogen fixation.
That is correct. All right, good job over there. All right, now we're doing rocket science with Broughton. This image is the output of a technique that uses aligned nuclear spins to produce radio signals that indicate the presence of hydrogen. What is it?
Our team's answer is a PET scan.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter.
Team's answer is pass.
That is an MRI right there. Okay. Second rocket science question for Broughton. Proton pump inhibitors are drugs that reduce the stomach's ability to produce what substance that aids in digestion?
Our team's answer is hydrochloric acid.
That is correct. And last rocket science for Broughton. To a stationary observer, how would the hands of an analog clock appear to move if the clock were on a spacecraft traveling near the speed of light?
Our team's answer is backwards.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter.
Team's answer is still.
That is incorrect. Slower. Slower, the answer we're looking for there. All right. 48 questions down. Just one more to go, everybody. We're globetrotting with a focus on food and its origin story. Our final question of the day when Brain Game returns, everyone.
Healthy wetlands lead to healthy communities. And Ducks Unlimited is the world's leader in wetlands conservation. Wetlands are one of the most productive ecosystems on the planet and support the life cycle needs of 40% of all plant and animal species by providing food and habitat. But Ducks Unlimited's wetlands conservation work also benefits you in so many ways. Wetlands improve water quality by trapping sediments, filtering pollutants, and replenishing aquifers, so you can enjoy clean water. Wetlands also act like sponges that store and slowly release floodwaters to protect you from flooding and to reduce coastal erosion. Wetlands regulate, capture, and store greenhouse gases to help stabilize climate conditions and strengthen our ecosystems. And wetlands provide recreational opportunities, so you can enjoy outdoor activities like hunting, fishing, birdwatching, hiking, and kayaking. Learn more at ducks.org.
Bottles and formula?
Got it.
Extra diapers?
Not making that mistake again. Got it.
A 3-day supply of non-perishable food for each person in your household in case the power goes out? You may be prepared for a lot of situations, but a natural disaster might not be one of them. Convoy of Hope can help make sure you're ready when disaster strikes. Convoy of Hope, providing hope in every storm.
I don't think all that's going to fit in there.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. Hope you're playing along on your TV or your favorite device. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type in the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and to watch past episodes. That regular round of play ended with Raleigh Charter on the board at 160 and Broughton with 180. We are biting nails at the judges' table over here. Up to 200 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's final question. Each team determine how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your final question. Bologna is the informal name given to a type of pork sausage named for a city in what country?
Country.
The country of France.
No, it used to be a country.
Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns.
For the longest time, it was hard for me to even get out of the house, much less do a backside 180. It took me a bit to understand what was going on, but eventually I learned I had anxiety. Now I'm getting help for it and feeling so much better. Sure, some days are better than others, but the whole thing about getting out of the house, that's not really an issue anymore.
Call it drive, call it motivation, or even determination. We all have a spark, something that burns within, a drive to prove ourselves, motivation to succeed, determination to prove them wrong, a spark to do the unexpected. It's time to fuel that spark, ignite your future. Wake Tech.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. This is a tight one here. The teams are locked in with their answers to today's final question, which is bologna is the informal name given to a type of pork sausage named for a city in what country? Let's find out who's going to the championship game based on their knowledge of popular lunch meats. Let's begin with Raleigh Charter. Please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Italy.
That was correct. You risked 160 points, brings their game total to 320. All comes down to Broughton here. Please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Italy.
Also correct. You risked 141 points. That brings your game total to 321. So with that final score of 321, Broughton is headed to the championship game and is today's Brain Game winner. All right. Man. All right, and the crowd goes wild in here. That's outstanding. Hey, nice job on Raleigh Charter's part as well for that. But congratulations to Broughton. Please join us next week for the Brain Game Championship as Broughton will take on Apex Friendship. And thank you for watching Brain Game, everyone. The smartest 30 minutes on TV.